with journals, art projects, organized planner chic.
Well, hello planner babes, and welcome to Organized Planner Chic. I'm Lucinda, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so and select the bell for notifications. Well, first, I want to thank all my Patreon members who help make it possible to create videos like this. Well, thank you guys so much. And if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, just go to patreon.com/organizedplannerchic. Okay, you guys, I wanted to show you how I set up this traveler's notebook. And there's a little bit of a story behind it. So originally, a few years ago, I created this beautiful lady with the flowered hair. And I did it in Actually, I think I did it in my Stalogy, A5 Stalogy. Oh, yes, I did. In my A5 Stalogy, and I colored it with alcohol markers, which of course it bled through. But that's okay. And then I scanned it on my computer and printed it on sticker paper. And I think some of this, I'm trying to think if 100% of this was all alcohol markers or if some of it was Jane Davenport butterfly markers, but I cannot remember for sure. But I do know for sure that like the skin was all some cheap alcohol markers that I got way back then. In fact, they've all dried up since then. So I did that. Before I stuck it on with the sticker paper, I took a cardboard box, and it was one that had, like, I don't know, oats or something in it. It's really wide spine. And back then, this was one of the first ones that I did with I think with a box like this, and I didn't trim it. So now when I make something out of a box, I cut this down and make the spine narrower. And the reason why is because with this design, when you cut the other side of the box, it just comes like to a point like that, and I don't really like that. So, and when I painted it, and you'll see the inside too. I painted it, and then I put Mod Podge all over everything after I put the sticker on, and I didn't wait for the Mod Podge to cure before I put the elastic in it and before I stored it. So it had kind of got a little bit stuck to pieces of whatever it was stored in, and the elastic had indentations on the purple part from sticking to the Mod Podge. So yeah, it was kind of a little bit of a catastrophe back then. And so I was going to sell on Etsy, and then I took it off when I realized that that was happening because I didn't let it cure first. So it's just been sitting like stored with my Misfit Traveler's notebooks for a while. And then I recently decided to fix it up. So I took it out, places where it kind of had gotten damaged. I took a Dollar Tree gift bag that had a ton of different flowers on it, and I cut them out and I Mod Podged them, just the back of them, onto the cover. So that's where you have the yellow flowers all on here. That same bag had some pink and white flowers, so I used this really big one to kind of wrap around the spine, just like I did with her right here. And then I did the Mod Podge some white flowers on the back as well. And then what I did is I only put Mod Podge around the edges on the outside of each flower on top. And then I just really smoothed it out and wiped out the excess so I wouldn't have to wait so long for it to dry, and so I wouldn't have these areas that just had a bunch of excess Mod Podge on them. And it turned out well. Of course, I let it cure anyway, and it's really well. Nothing's all sticky. Plus, the surface of the paper doesn't get all sticky normally. I think the reason why it took so long to cure and was sticking to things is because it was paint only on the cardboard, and it's just a different type of material, and it just takes longer for all of that. So I really love how it looks now. I'm just going to open it all the way up so you can see how it kind of looks flat in the back. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. I'm so happy that it didn't turn out right the first time because I love the way that it looks now. Yeah, this paper is really shiny. But yeah, I really love it. And so then I also have this was a Dollar Tree set of stickers, or in a set of stickers, a sticker sheet that had the mounting tape, and I just took the mounting tape off of one of them and glued them together with the one piece of mounting tape that came from one. I hope that makes sense. They both had pieces of mounting tape. I removed the tape from one and I just stuck them together that way. And then I used a smaller hole punch, not one from Dollar Tree that I already had. And then I bought these in a recent haul. I shared that I bought these little jewelry pieces from Hobby Lobby on sale, 50% off, to make my charm. So that's that. Now for the pin loops, I used duct tape and I shared how to do that in a previous video. So I'll link that. I didn't do a great job this time, but that's okay. And I covered it up with flour. I didn't bother covering it up on the inside, but I have two pin loops made that way, just stapled on there. And then we come into the inside, and what I have in the pin loops right now are Faber-Castell Pit Artist pins, which I honestly don't use as much anymore because they're no longer my favorites, but you know, I still got them, so I still use them some. I put some clear pockets. I shared how to do this in a previous video as well. I made it out of sheet protectors. I made two of them. This one has a secretarial pocket, which is really too short. I should have made it a little bit taller, the opening right here where I always have opening. I like that. I like to do it like that. And of course I could not, if I wanted to, I could just actually I can still just tape this, and I might do that here on the right side. And then in there I have this little cutout, which was falling out a little bit because this isn't closed. So I'll do that also. I just used some masking tape to put her there as a background. And then I've got a washi sample here. And then that's just doing that. Behind there is just a flower that I have painted. And I think you can see it back here. It's the same on both sides. I'll show you this one. So there's three flowers painted that I did way back when. And in fact, this had cured and this isn't sticking to anything. So there's a flower just like that here, one in the center and one on the left. Although you don't really ever see it, when you take anything out, you can see it. And this is a Dollar Tree set of stickers that I got back in the fall. And this is a beautiful sticker that I got from a local shop that just has all different types of art and crafts. It's kind of like a Joanna Gaines type of store. I love it. I'm so glad my friend Denise showed me and told me about that store. So I love it so much. Okay, so then I've got four elastics. And on the outside right here is just some really pretty vellum that a friend of mine gave me. I want to say it was John Rush a long time ago, who I love so much. He's planning with John on YouTube. He used to be John Rush on YouTube, but now he's planning with John. I think John gave me this a long time ago. And then I just sort of turned it into a dashboard, kind of. Something like that, like it fits around an insert like that. This is a friend that's Paper and Stitch Co. on YouTube and Instagram. And John is planning with John on Instagram as well. And I used to be part of a planning group in Oklahoma City, and she brought these with different prints, these standard size inserts, to a meetup one time. It's got blank white paper, a real pretty print on the inside as well. Isn't that pretty? And yeah, and so these, I haven't done anything. These are all new inserts. Or not that I bought them new. I've had them all for a long time, and some of them I've made, which I'll show you. But this is a whole new setup. And yeah, so this is pretty. And then here's the other side of the vellum. And then here's a craft folder that I made a long time ago. I used to sell these in my Etsy shop. And so I just have it, and I think it's so pretty. This paper came from a paper pad that I got from Michael's some time ago. In the left pocket, I just have little cut-ups of some of my stickers I made for my Patreon members. I just printed this on plain matte Avery sticker sheet from Walmart, and my ink is not great right now, but so I just put that in there to remind me to use that. And yeah, so there's that one. And then this is a mixed media insert that I created back when I had an Etsy shop. So I have that. Love this paper. Great quality mixed media paper. And this is paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. Yes, real pretty, nice, thick cardstock for the cover. And it's staple bound insert. And then on the other side is another pocket from my craft folder, and just another piece of that same sticker paper. I already used everything that was on the other side because I printed it as a 5x7 and 2 to a page. So I had, some left. And then this is a dashboard that I made, oh gosh, when I was still in Oklahoma. So may have been about 5 years ago. My son drew me. We used to always do DIY gifts for Christmas, and my son drew these flags for me, and I wanted to do something with it that I would always have, so I created this dashboard. And it was with a meetup with a group I was in out of Tulsa, where I grew up, where my parents live, and I went to a meetup for there. My mom came with me that day too, and we made dashboards. So I used this artwork for this flag for my son, and just some different scraps and things that we had. And yeah, some craft paper. Use this to have a little notepad. And then on the other side, I've got a couple of notepads with that pretty paper. And then on the back is another flag that my son drew for me. And yeah, and I just think this all works really well. So yeah, that's a really fun dashboard. And then this is an insert that was from my friend John Rush. I remember him giving me this. I think I got this from a meetup as well from him. This is a Midori insert. I've had that for ages. And then this is a dashboard here that my friend Holly, she's on Instagram. She's, I think, still Holly's Planner Life, or it might now be Holly's Pouches. But she used to have an Etsy shop, and she made this dashboard I ordered from her when she had a shop. And I put some clear Target pockets. There's nothing in this one right now, so you can't even tell there's a pocket there, but there's a pocket right here. And then on the other side, I do have just a piece left over. It's one of my stickers from the stickers I made for my Patreon members that I was showing you earlier. And then this is just a really pretty Piccadilly insert that I got from, let's see, not Office Depot, Staples, years ago, that I haven't used. And I think it's so pretty. It's got, sometimes I'm okay with the yellowish kind of paper when I'm doing something more vintage-like, but I really prefer more white paper, but it's still really pretty. So that is there. And these inserts actually have a little pocket back here, which I think the bottom has come apart. So I'm going to have to glue that. Yeah, the bottom of the pocket has come off, but I can fix that. Yeah, it's pretty. Yes, and that is that. Real pretty dashboard. And then you guys saw this, and I made this pocket as well out of the same sheet protector that I used for the secretarial pocket in the front. And for this one, I just cut, I can show you, or I showed in a previous video, which, like I said, I would link so you guys would know how I made these. So check that out. It's just cut. The back is flat. This side is rounded, and it's got Dollar Tree permanent double-sided tape around the edges, this side and the bottom, and then and all around the entire back piece, not this piece. And then there's 2 extra strips in the center to make sure it holds. And then yeah, I just got these pieces in here, and these sit here very well. And then I've got my other pen loop. You can see the staples there. I don't know if I'll ever cover those up. Yeah, we'll see. And then this is just how it looks from the back. whenever it's open. And I did find that when I put the elastic, oh, and you can see how I use two different colors of elastic, which is kind of different. I've never done that, but I think it works. And at the time when I made this, it was probably because I didn't have enough black. Honestly, that's probably what happened there. And so, what was I going to show you guys? Something about it coming. Oh, I was going to put the elastic around so you can see. I think I showed that already. Oh, no, I didn't. So I've only been putting the elastic around the notebook and not around the pins because they just get all tucked in, see, inside of that opening. So, yeah, and no matter what, it just does that. So I've just been putting the elastic around like this. I think that's just because it comes to that point instead of being open like a normal traveler's notebook. Oh, and yeah, I don't know if I pointed out that this charm is kind of double-sided, so I can have it hanging this way, which is kind of cute, girl. Kind of like an earring right there. I think I like that. Or, yeah, I really like that. Or I can have it this way. Well, two different earrings, it's fine either way. But I think we'll close out with it like this. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope this project gave you some ideas. Thank you so much for all of your support. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Subscribe if you haven't already, and everyone please comment and share and like the video. It really helps me a lot with that YouTube algorithm. All right, and then I am on Instagram at Organized Planner Chic, where I post all of my creative ventures and adventures. You can check me out on two Facebook groups. The one for anyone around the world is called Organized Planner Chic Crew, and there we do giveaways and we try to stay in touch just about every day with all different types of posts. And then the other group is Phoenix Planner Friends for Christ, and we meet in person once a month. We had to stop for a while because of COVID, but we're meeting again at the end of this month. Yay! And then if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, just go to patreon.com/organizedplannerchic. And until next time, everyone, happy planning!